Hi everyone, this is Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Now, I have not made a video in a very long time. I would like to create a little more. I don't know if I have time to create a little more, but I've been inspired by a couple of projects that I would like to participate in January. So I thought I would play along and I thought I would try to jump back in video. So here I am. Hello everyone. So what I would like to participate in is the hosted by megjournals, the hashtag junk journal January 2025, which has been around for I'm not sure how many years, but I've seen it around. I've never participated, but I was inspired to do so this round. So I am not a junkie creator. I have lots and lots of scrapbook paper. I am not a scrapbook paper, but I love pretty papers. So that is going to be the basis of my junk journal. I don't really bind a journal. It's been a long time since I've even made one, and this is an 8.5 by 11 folded in half. The papers are so when I create, I really don't like to bind the journal until I get completed with it, so I'm not going to do this until the end. So right now I just have a bunch of loose papers put together, and the prompt, and I have I don't have a printer here, so I just written down the prompts, and for January 1st, the prompt is cover. So these are the papers that I have picked out. I don't know if it's going to cause a problem for me being more patterned paper, but I'm going to go with it and see what happens, and I can adjust as needed because, again, nothing here is bound. But I have made the cover, again, just scrapbook paper. This is, I love this floral pattern, and quite frankly, I gravitate to pinks and greens most of the time, little blues. And then I have did a black and white on the inside. So I've glued these two sheets together so my cover is a little chunkier. And then I've added a corner tuck spot here and a pocket in the back. I may embellish this later on, but I don't think I will today. But I wanted to go ahead and, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to set my insert aside because really we're just going to focus on this right now. So I thought I would go ahead and just decorate the cover, and I have taken liberties already. I've been playing around and trying to figure out what I want this to look like. So this, of course, is that inside paper, and I'm going to layer this on here. And the glue, I'm running really low on my art glitter glue, which I like to use. Anyways, I found some Fabri-Tac at my Walmart recently, and I haven't seen Fabri-Tac in a long time, but I've already taken some vintage photo and kind of distressed the edges with some ink. I don't want to brown it up too much, but I was going to try to leave it uninked, but I just like, the distressing on the edges, and that's a personal preference. So I really love the contrast between the very bright floral and the black and the white. So that is the first part. I was originally thinking of, and I just couldn't make anything work in my head the way I liked it. I was originally going to go something like this and maybe put a title page, but everything I was trying I wasn't liking. So eventually I have found this little cut apart, and I have many cut aparts that I've gathered up together. But I found this. I have no idea which paper pad it's from. I just sat through my paper pads and pulled out any papers that I liked and kind of made a little stack. And now this is kind of wide. It covers a lot, but I was going to trim this down a little more, but I think I'm going to leave it just like it is. And then here's another little cut apart, really pretty colors. And I like the layered look of these colors in the back, because see how pretty that goes. So I'm going to go ahead and attach. I could probably cut this down and save this little part on the inside to create with later, but I'm just going to go ahead and layer these up. All right. Oh, you know what? I did not distress the edges of this, I don't think. Nope, I did not. This is just an old sponge that I've had in my stash forever and a day. The sponge is breaking down. It usually leaves little pieces everywhere. Okay, that is distressed. And let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a little bit too. Just a touch because I love the colors. All right, let's layer this together. All right, that's what we're working with so far. And the reason I actually loved this particular piece, it says, "You bring the happy." And I did take the, is it Dymo, little letter maker, and the junk journal piece I'm gonna put there. This is one of the papers I used with butterflies, and I think I'm going to layer a piece of this as well. Let me rip that, and I think I wanna, this is a tiny piece of paper. Let's see if I can tear off to make it a little raggedy on the, get a little torn edge. Maybe. Let's see, how do I want it to layer up? Yeah, and give that a touch of distressing, just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to, yep, touch of glue. Oh, you know, I've got this butterfly wing that kind of hangs down. I want to see some of that. Yeah, let's do it like right there. And trim that piece off. Okay, let's get rid of that. All right, and then I'm going to glue my junk journal, and I was playing with different ways how to make my title, and I actually ended up gluing these onto a black sheet of paper, so the back is no longer sticky, and it's got a little more texture to it. It's a little thicker. Okay, junk journal. All right, I'm liking how that is looking so far. And then let's see, I had a couple other elements. So it's gonna say January of 2025. You know what? I dropped a piece earlier. Oh, you know what? I dropped my piece that said January, but I decided I'm actually not gonna use the pieces that say January 2025. I've actually got something different in mind for that. And let's do it right now. I actually decided to pull out, I just didn't like the way they were all, I don't know, I just didn't like this in the 3 different wording, the way it looked visually. So I actually just pulled this out and I put January 01, 2025, because this is my cover and it's my day 1. So I'm just going to stamp with my date stamp. Oh, this is my brown ink. You know what? I think it will be fine. I want to stamp it in black, so I think it's just going to layer, and that's okay. So that's what we're going to work with on that. And actually it gives it a little more interest, I think. So we will be fine with that. All right. And I also pulled out some Tim Holtz like transparencies. There was like the butterfly look, and I was really wanting to pull in some of this blue. And I was thinking of putting this over here, and I think I still will. I don't know if I have anything to put on top of that right now, but I really love that punch of blue there. So I'm going to make the size I want. And I'm going to, let's see, do I want this to just be on here or go to the edge of that color? You know what, I'm going to take it to the edge of the colored part, and I think I'm going to attempt to just glue. This is a transparency, so I don't want to hopefully not see the glue through it. Okay, I think right about there is good. And then let's see, I had that transparency, which is here. Let's add that. I don't want it to appear too matchy-matchy or anything like that. It's okay. Let's go ahead and put that down because I like that. Again, one of those Tim Holtz transparency pieces, collage pieces. And then I thought I've got a little fabric here that's just got words on it. I've cut down a very tiny piece, and I'm just going to also put a little ink on that to knock back the lightness of it. Okay, one of these edges is a lot more frayed. I'm going to use the one with the less fraying. And I'm going to make a little tab up here because I kind of liked pulling in the white up to this top corner. Yeah. So let's just put a little glue back here. A little glue in the front. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to put some thread in my button. I have this gold color. I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. I might come back and glue that button on. Let's give it a try. Let's see if we like it. It's what's sitting next to me. I also have, it's really chunky though, some green and white twine, but it's too chunky, I think. Just because I like putting string on the buttons. I don't like the open holes. It's one of those little details. Some people don't care. I'm much more detailed. Makes me happy. Okay. You know what? I think that will be just fine. All right, I'm going to trim that tail, and let's add the glue right here. Glue is right here. I'm just going to use the Fabri-Tac. I almost set up a glue gun, which I don't use very often, but I thought that would be good for today. But I didn't. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to add to this? Oh, I'm really liking that. That might... I think I'm going to leave that cover at this. So, okay, let's glue up the back. Part of me wants to add some lace or something else sticking out. This is just laying on my desk. I actually didn't even think about it till just now as I'm looking at it. I'm like, I want something else. You know what? I think that I am liking that. Okay, that's something else we're going to do. This edge. Let me take a look one more time. I'm trying to kind of hurry up here. Yeah. I like the pop of white, I think. It's kind of offsetting the distressing. Okay. And I'm going to start at the top. Don't stretch it too much. Okay, I'm getting all sticky, but yes, you know what? That's what I was missing. Hopefully I didn't leave too much of it show, but I think this is where we are. Let's trim the edge of this. Okay, a little last minute addition. I'm gonna move this top bit over just a touch. There we go. Ooh, okay, okay. That gave me something that I was missing. All right, let's lay this all down, and then we will have a cover. Okay. I always like to offset everything. All right, let's put the lid on that. And let's see, I have these two pockets in here. One other thing I wanted to do was, I have these Tim Holtz large, oh, I forget what you call these. You guys know. Anyways, I love these collage pieces. So this is like 2¼ by 9 inches. And I love the little girls on here. It says most beautiful things. And I was kind of pulling out the blue here. But they're of course much larger. So I cut out a background piece of paper. And then I'm going to, I want to make a tag with this, and I don't want to punch the hole where the girls are. So what I think I'm going to do is trim right under this house, because then it's a map and then like an ad here. So I'm going to trim under this house. And then it's going to glue these girlies down. And make a simple little tag. And we're going to put them at the bottom. And then I'm going to, I don't really love the map there, but I am going to take whatever part of this ad that will fit on top. And add that to there. A little crooked. Let's straighten that up. Cute. I just love those cute little girls. Trim the top of that off. And then I'm going to round the corners on all of this. Let's do the 1/4 inch. And let's see, I think I'll go ahead and do this little piece on the top over here. Flip it over. So we got a guide for the other side. Normally I have all my punches at hand for this, but I'm not sure I can put my hands on it right at the moment. Perfect. Okay. Let's set you aside. Let us brown that up a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to grab a hole punch. Then I'm going to punch a hole right about there. And let's see, I've got, normally what I like to do is put a hole, which I can actually go back and add. But let's see, I pulled out this ribbon right here, which I pulled off of something. Oh, you know what? It used to have like elastic on it or something, and I pulled the elastic off, and then it just left me with this wonderful ribbon. So I'm going to trim a piece of that, and then I got some of this seam binding that I got from, oh, is it Scrap Cabin? I think that's her name. I'm going to grab some of this blue. All right, what I'm going to do is, oh, you know what? I don't even think it's going to matter. I usually like to, like I said, put a piece of paper around my hole here, but I don't even think you're going to see it. And I'm going to take a piece of this gold string. I'm going to double it to tie on this ribbon. I always like lots of pretty, I've left way too much ribbon on here, but I'm going to cut it off, and that'll give me some scraps, which is fine. All right, and then I'm going to add the seam binding. I love the scrunchiness of these so much. Put one of these pieces over the top. I just love all this yumminess on the top of a tag. And another reason that probably the way I create, this is going to get awfully junky, or thick, chunky, so I'm not going to put it together until last as well. So Okay, again, I'm leaving all these things too long, but that's all right. Let's see. Trim you at an angle. Trim this at an angle. All right, now I have some, oh, these are too long. Trim you. And yes, I got a couple pairs of scissors at my hand here. Just grabbing whatever I can reach. Okay, so now you can see my little girls down here. Love. I'm gonna put that in the pocket. And I almost want to put some trim or something on here later on, but I will see. Now I left this at 7.5 inches long, but oh my goodness, is gonna stick out the top. Let's see, I also had a couple other pieces I wanted to finish off with, and now I don't see them. So this is what happens when you move around quickly. I was going to take, I have another little tag that I was going to put here. It had a butterfly on it. So anyways, I'm going to find that other butterfly and I'm going to put it here where I can sign it. And then also too, the last thing I was going to do, I went and picked out of my stash things that I've made in the past. Oh, this is purple radishes, but it's more purpley, I think, than I want. I have a little tag with this little girl. Oh, you know what? I have a little theme with this little girl. I made this a long, long time ago. I don't know when. I'm going to put this in this back pocket. And then that is, oh, got some ribbon floating around. This is our cover to get my junk journal 2025 in January started. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you. I'm not sure when I'm posting the next one, but I'm going to try to come back with all of the prompts, and I don't know if I can show them one at a time or multiples. So anyways, thank you again for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and until next time.